You come from my law now, you do what I say, I tell you what. What's up and welcome back to Dude Dad. Today's episode is going to be about discipline. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Get out there and mow that back for you right now. Okay, so up until this year, most of my job as a father has been basically just keeping them alive. But now Theo is over 2 and Heidi and I are becoming very fluent in the language of no, 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 put it down. Disciplining a young child is ridiculously challenging because you're constantly walking this line of I don't want to be a pushover, and I feel like I yell all day long. Put it down! At first, I felt like my disciplining was just sort of all over the place. Yelling, spanking, timeouts, time-ins. I finally realized I don't think I can just wing this and get it right. So I got a couple of books, I did a little reading. This is what I learned. Lesson number 1, what is discipline? So in our culture today, we equate discipline with punishment. But if you actually read the definition, discipline means to teach, which makes total sense, and it changed my entire view of discipline. Instead of don't throw your balls in the bush or you're gonna get a timeout, it becomes don't throw your balls in the bush or your balls will be in the bush and you won't have any more balls. Instead, why don't we throw them at the bucket? Which takes me to point number 2, which is redirect. Toddlers are becoming individuals with all their own desires and curiosities, so it's very difficult for them to live inside of our dull adult parameters where you can't just put anything in the toilet. How lame is that? So this whole idea of reprimanding them and punishing them, while it sometimes is very necessary, at other times it's so much easier and so much more effective to just redirect them. You're not only accomplishing your goal, but you're also teaching them something new that they might want to do more. Boom. Number 3, tone it down. One thing I used to be really bad at and am still bad at from time to time, knock on wood, I don't know, is escalating the situation. One day I'm in the living room and Theo is, I thought, playing in his room, and then all of a sudden I hear him like start to get really worked up and he's saying, the water! And I ran over and he wasn't in his room, he was in the bathroom and he had plugged the sink and had the faucets on and the water was just starting to spill over the sink and flooding the floor. I did what any rational adult would do and I flew off the handle. I immediately started yelling. I pulled him out and was saying, no, this and that, which just confused him and made him mad. So he starts screaming and hitting and throwing things. So now I have more things I have to address. Basically, moral of the story is if you throw a tantrum, they will also throw a tantrum. One of us has to be the adult. Why does it always have to be me? Number 4. Don't expect so much. One of the traps I always get into is expecting him to follow the rules because he followed them yesterday. But he is a toddler with a tiny, undeveloped brain. So yes, I'm still gonna enforce the rules, but I know that I'm going to have to enforce them over and over and over again before he's really gonna get it. It's sort of like going to the gym. You can't just go once and expect to look like Channing Tatum. Just like my weak little glutes, his young brain needs time to develop. So those are my little pieces of advice. And here's the thing. They are so much easier said than done, which is why I have one more that just sort of helps with all the rest. When I'm disciplining, I ask myself, am I doing this because I'm mad at them? Or am I doing it because I love them? Because at the end of the day, our goal with discipline is to help them. It's to teach them and guide them and mold them into an intelligent adult that does the right thing, not because they're told to, but because they want to. Discipline is just as much about us as it is about them. Because as a brand new parent, we've never done this before. And for the most part, we don't know what we're doing. So just like they need to hear the same things over and over and over again, we need to keep doing the same things over and over again so that we can become predictable in our expectations. Right, buddy? Knuckles? Wanna go draw some chalk? Okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and share it and subscribe to see more fun videos about raising babies.